Walking away is often misunderstood as an act of weakness or avoidance, but in reality, it can be one of the most powerful decisions you'll ever make. It's not about seeking validation or proving a point to someone else. It's about reclaiming your peace and prioritizing your well-being. The courage to walk away signifies strength. It takes clarity to recognize when a situation no longer serves you and control to detach without succumbing to emotional chaos. In the context of Stoicism, walking away aligns perfectly with the philosophy's core principles of focusing on what is within your control and releasing attachment to outcomes. It's a deliberate action that demonstrates your ability to rise above the noise of external conflicts and emotional entanglements. Walking away is more than leaving a person or situation. It's a declaration of self-respect and a step toward personal growth. By choosing to step back, you create space for reflection, healing, and the building of a more meaningful and purposeful life. This act sends ripples to those left behind, challenging them to confront their own behaviors and perceptions. Today, we'll delve into the layers of this profound act, uncovering its power, the emotional responses it elicits, and the life-changing lessons it carries for both sides. Number 1. The power of walking away. Walking away is far more than the act of physically leaving a space. It is a profound and intentional statement about self-worth and boundaries. When you walk away, you declare, "I value myself enough to remove myself from this situation," signaling that your peace and well-being are non-negotiable. For the person left behind, this action is often unsettling. It shatters their sense of control, compelling them to confront the reality of the dynamics that led to your departure. This disruption can be uncomfortable, but it serves a necessary purpose. It holds up a mirror to their actions, attitudes, or behaviors. From the Stoic perspective, walking away reflects the vital principle of differentiating between what you can control and what lies beyond your influence. While you cannot control another person's actions, emotions, or growth, you have complete authority over your own decisions and boundaries. By walking away, you exercise that control over your life, releasing yourself from the futile and exhausting effort to manage or fix someone else. It's an act of liberation, one that prioritizes your inner peace while teaching others the importance of accountability and self-reflection. Number 2. Why people fear being walked away from. Fear of abandonment taps into one of the most primal aspects of human psychology, our innate need for connection and belonging. From an evolutionary perspective, being part of a group once meant safety, survival, and support, while abandonment equated to vulnerability and isolation. This ingrained fear lingers in modern relationships, where the loss of someone's presence often goes beyond mere absence. It's not just about the individual leaving. It's about the void they leave behind. That void feels like the loss of validation, a source of emotional security, or a reflection of personal worth. The person left behind may begin questioning their value, replaying past actions, or even fearing how others will perceive the situation. They worry not only about what is gone, but about what remains. Their feelings of rejection and inadequacy. Stoicism helps us frame these fears as internal struggles rather than external realities. According to Stoic principles, no person or thing truly belongs to us. They are merely experiences or relationships we temporarily share. The fear of abandonment, then, is less about the person who walked away and more about grappling with the illusion of control and permanence. By recognizing this, Stoicism teaches us to shift the focus inward, accepting that these fears are reflections of our own thoughts, not universal truths. Number 3. Unpredictability as a game changer. One of the most profound impacts of walking away is the element of unpredictability it introduces. For the person left behind, your absence disrupts the comfort and predictability they had grown accustomed to. The certainty of your presence, whether as a source of support, validation, or even conflict is suddenly gone, leaving them to grapple with the unknown. This unpredictability shakes their sense of control and forces them to confront a reality without you in it. In Stoicism, such moments are described as a disruption of the status quo, a vital catalyst for growth and introspection. Without the safety net of your presence, they are compelled to reassess their actions, question their motives, and perhaps confront the consequences of their behavior. Your decision to walk away, though it may seem like a loss to them, is actually an opportunity for self-examination and transformation. It's a moment where they must either rise to the occasion and grow or remain stagnant, learning the hard truth that their actions have tangible outcomes. Walking away, therefore, becomes not just an act of self-respect for you, but also a silent yet powerful invitation for them to reflect and evolve. Number 4. The emotional spiral left in your wake. The immediate aftermath of walking away often plunges the other person into an emotional storm. Anger might surface first, as they grapple with the shock of your departure and the loss of control they believe they had over the situation. Regret can quickly follow, as they begin to reflect on what they might have done differently to prevent this outcome. Confusion sets in, clouding their understanding of your motives and actions, leading to a cycle of self-questioning and overanalyzing past interactions. Guilt may also emerge, especially if they recognize their own shortcomings or behavior that contributed to your decision. These emotions often spiral as they replay events, trying to piece together where things went wrong, oscillating between blaming themselves and blaming you. However, as a Stoic, it's crucial to recognize that this emotional fallout is not your burden to carry. Your decision to walk away was rooted in self-respect and a clear understanding of your boundaries, not in a desire to harm or punish. Detachment is your guiding principle here. It allows you to remain unaffected by the turbulence left in your wake. The other person's response is a reflection of their inner struggles, and it's their responsibility to confront and resolve them. By remaining firm in your choice, you honor your own growth while giving them the space to face their emotions and learn from the experience. Number 5. Stoicism in action. Unapologetic detachment. Walking away with Stoicism is an act rooted in self-mastery, not malice or vindication. It's a deliberate choice to prioritize inner peace and personal values over emotional entanglements. This decision is not about punishing the other person, seeking revenge, or proving a point. It's about recognizing when a situation no longer serves your growth or well-being. Detachment, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, empowers you to step away without being burdened by guilt or the weight of others' expectations. By walking away unapologetically, you demonstrate the clarity to act in alignment with your principles, even if it's misunderstood as indifference. To the person left behind, this detachment might seem cold or heartless, but in reality, it's a profound expression of self-respect and emotional maturity. It reflects your understanding that their feelings and reactions are beyond your control, and that true peace lies in releasing what you cannot change while holding firm to what you can, your own actions and mindset. Number 6. The illusion of reconciliation. When you walk away, it's common for the person left behind to attempt reconciliation. This could manifest as promises of change, pleading for forgiveness, or even manipulative tactics designed to bring you back. However, Stoicism encourages us to see through these actions for what they truly are: attempts to regain control or alleviate their own guilt. Stoic philosophy teaches that reconciliation must be grounded in genuine growth and mutual respect, not based on desperation, emotional manipulation, or an attempt to avoid facing the consequences of their behavior. The act of walking away serves as a clear message that your standards are non-negotiable. It's not about punishing the other person, but about protecting your own peace and upholding the values you live by. Reconciliation, in this light, isn't something to rush into or accept simply because someone is begging for it. It's about ensuring that any reconciliation that occurs is based on real change, self-reflection, and a newfound understanding, rather than just an emotional reaction to your departure. Number 7. Reclaiming your power. Walking away is, at its core, an act of reclaiming your power. When you decide to walk away from a situation or relationship that no longer serves you, you are essentially telling the world that you won't allow anyone or anything to define your worth or your emotional state. This decision is a powerful declaration of self-respect and autonomy. For the person you leave behind, this shift is impossible to ignore. It's a wake-up call, a sudden jolt of realization that their actions or presence no longer have the ability to affect your peace or dictate your emotions. It forces them to confront the reality that they no longer hold control over your life. In reclaiming your own power, you do more than protect yourself. You also inspire them to take a hard look at their own behavior and reflect on how they have shown up in the relationship. In this way, walking away serves not only as a personal act of empowerment, but also as a silent catalyst for change in the other person, urging them to reevaluate their own actions and perhaps even their own sense of control in their lives. Number 8. Burning bridges. Why it's necessary. Sometimes, burning bridges is not just necessary. It's an act of liberation. When a relationship becomes toxic or stagnant, continuing to hold on to it only prolongs the pain and prevents both parties from evolving. In these situations, walking away serves as the ultimate form of letting go. It's not about leaving in anger or bitterness. It's about recognizing when a chapter has run its course and choosing to close it for the sake of your well-being. By walking away, you create the space for both you and the other person to move forward unencumbered by the past. For the person left behind, this departure is a wake-up call. There is no longer an option to keep clinging to what no longer serves them. This act forces them to confront their own behavior and either adapt or continue to suffer in the same patterns. In this way, walking away becomes a gift of clarity and growth, even if it feels painful in the moment. Ultimately, it's a reminder that personal growth often requires a clean break from the past, allowing both individuals to heal and build something better. Number 9. What they learn in your absence. Absence has a unique way of creating a void, one that forces the person you walked away from to confront what they've lost. In that silence, the absence of your presence often becomes a mirror, reflecting the value you brought to their life. They may come to understand how your support, perspective, or love enriched their existence, and in this recognition, they are left with a deep, sometimes uncomfortable, realization of their own shortcomings. It's in this space that growth can occur, if they choose to reflect on their actions and change. However, as Stoicism teaches us, these realizations are theirs to own. It is not your responsibility to guide them through this transformation. Your role is to focus on your own personal growth, to ensure that you are continually evolving, free from the weight of someone else's emotional journey. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of maintaining your peace and not becoming entangled in the lessons others must learn on their own. By walking away, you create the space for both you and the other person to grow, each in your own time and way. Number 10. Building a better future. Walking away isn't merely about distancing yourself from a situation or relationship. It's about laying the foundation for a future that is aligned with your values and aspirations. By choosing to walk away, you make a conscious decision to prioritize your peace, well-being, and growth over external expectations or pressures. It's an act of self-preservation that opens up space for you to build a life that reflects who you truly are and where you want to go. For the person left behind, this departure often acts as a catalyst for their own transformation. It forces them to confront their actions, beliefs, and choices, sometimes pushing them toward their own personal growth or realizations they might not have had otherwise. However, for you, the focus is on creating a future grounded in authenticity, one that's free from the distractions of unhealthy connections or unfulfilling circumstances. This process of building isn't just about escaping. It's about intentionally crafting a life that feels purposeful, peaceful, and true to your own ideals, leaving behind what no longer serves you and embracing the path that brings you closer to your highest potential. Conclusion: the wisdom of walking away. Walking away from a situation, a relationship, or an environment is never easy. It often feels like a painful decision, fraught with emotional weight. However, it's a necessary step for anyone seeking peace, growth, and authenticity in their lives. When you walk away, you're not simply abandoning something. You're asserting your courage, your self-respect, and your clarity about what truly matters to you. For the person you leave behind, this act can feel harsh, even cruel, but in reality, it is a profound lesson, one that can lead to their own growth. As the Stoics remind us, it is not the things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. In other words, the situation itself may not be inherently painful. It is how they interpret your departure that causes them distress. By walking away, you not only reclaim your inner peace, but also provide the space for them to reflect on their own actions and the relationship. Ultimately, walking away is not an end. It's a new beginning, an opportunity to step into freedom, empowerment, and a future where you live by your own terms, unshackled by situations or people that no longer serve your highest good. It's a reclaiming of your power, and in that act, both you and the person left behind can find a chance to reset, grow, and evolve. If the idea of walking away and embracing Stoic principles resonates with you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Sharing your experiences and insights can help create a community of like-minded individuals who are all striving to live better, more intentional lives. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll ensure that you never miss out on future content filled with Stoic wisdom and life-changing insights that can help you navigate challenges with greater resilience and peace of mind. Until next time, remember that true strength lies in mastering yourself. Stay strong, stay stoic, and always continue your journey towards personal growth and tranquility.